Good morning, you guys. Sorry I wasn't on here yesterday. I go through my own struggles with depression and anxiety that sometimes it's overwhelming and I have to really fight with myself to just function. So now you know. But I do have messages for today, so yay. Hopefully you guys are ready for the weekend. Um, all right. We're gonna start with learning from your mistakes, and then we'll move around a little bit. Um, all right. Now, this is more focused on things that have occurred in your life that you haven't moved on from, or that you're stuck in a cycle in. We all go through things. We all have things we're supposed to learn. We're all supposed to move past these things. But some of us get caught up because it's something that's so painful or so traumatic that we just keep reliving it and we can't move past it. And we have to stop focusing on that aspect of it and look at it as a lesson. Look at it as a fucking final exam, and you just spend all these years studying, practicing, getting ready for it, and then you finally take the test. At that point, whether you pass or fail, it's done and it's over with. So you have to look at it like that. You can't keep going in circles with the same things because it's just going to keep you stuck and you're not going to make any forward movement. So understand that in order to move past the mistakes, you have to release your ego. And like I said, depending on how you grew up, if you grew up in the hood, if you grew up in a place where your ego is everything, then it's going to be a little bit harder for you. And it's not good. You have to understand that your ego is not you. You don't need your ego. To an extent maybe, but not to the place where a lot of people are so scorned and so angry and hold on to these grudges. You have to release those things because they're not benefiting you. Just because you're mad, you're not hurting someone else. Just because you're sad doesn't mean that person's sad. That person's living their life. That person's happy. That person's enjoying whatever they have going on. And you're sitting here resentful and miserable and holding on to things. This is calling for you to just learn from your mistakes and release those things. Because there's so many things that are coming. There's miracles that are just waiting to happen, but you have to be in alignment. You have to be working towards healing. So understand that just because someone is calm, or just because you choose to handle things calmly, or just avoid conflict, does not mean that it's a weakness. It means you are wiser. It means you understand and see the bigger picture. You can see down the road the effects it's going to have on your life. So Spirit's calling for you to learn from your mistakes. And if you're a person that's been overworking, then you should probably chill out, because you're going to exhaust your body to the point where you're going to cause a physical illness for you to have the time out that Spirit's trying to get you to have. So just take a break, because Spirit wants you to take a break. Now, when we go into fear and the way it has affected our lives, this partly goes with learning your lessons, learning from your mistakes. But understand that every time we go through something, whatever pieces of us that hurt or that are broken or that we lose are then replaced with fear. So if you look at your life and you look at the things that you've been through and how many situations you've been through that have now been replaced with fear instead of love, you'll probably be able to identify why you're so fearful of moving forward, or why you're so afraid of this commitment, or you're afraid of change, or whatever combination. because you've trained yourself at this point to be afraid of change, to be afraid of new things, to be afraid of new relationships, to be afraid of new people because of your past experiences. And in order for those things to change, you have to change you. You have to change your thought process. You have to change your perspective and the way you see things. Because if you keep on down this cycle, you're never going to learn from your mistakes and you're going to keep repeating them. So try to look at it as something that is not true. It's something that is fictional and it should not be occurring right now, because you've already went through it. You've already done it. So let it go. You can't change it. And you shouldn't hold on to it. You don't hold on to your test results at school. You don't hold on to all the bad things or all the bad grades or every wrong answer. You don't hold on to none of that. You be like, oh, well, I got it wrong. I'll remember it next time. And you forget about the shit. That's how you're supposed to move through life. You move through life and be like, all right, I learned the lessons. I remember, keep the important things. Remember it for future. But don't let the fear of it determine what you're going to do or how you're going to do something. Okay? You have to release that. Now, sometimes it's necessary to just pause and take a break. Spirit wants you to kind of just chill out, and that's kind of where we're at right now with the healing and the chilling. But if you find that you are in solitude and you are alone and you feel like you're losing your shit, understand it's all part of the process, because how is someone else supposed to deal with you if you don't even want to deal with yourself? So try to be understanding to yourself and understand that you need time and you need rest and you need to be able to just think clearly, and you can't think clearly if you have all of these things going on. Sorry. So please understand that being in solitude is for your benefit at this point in time, because that's the only way that you're going to get to the deep things, is by actually going through the motions and just taking a pause and allowing things to just fall into place. Because if you keep on pushing and forcing and not allowing spirit to work, then things are not going to go well. So spirit's asking you to take a time out and kind of just chill and, be by yourself for a little while. And there's nothing wrong with being alone, okay? Don't look at it as it's a bad thing and, oh, I can't be loved or whatever combination of shit, because that's not the case. But please give yourself the time that you need, okay? Don't allow anyone else to dictate what's going on in your life or how it should be done or when it should be done. Those are your decisions, and only you know when you're truly ready and when you've actually achieved the level of peace you want to achieve, and when you've achieved the level of healing you would like to have achieved. Only you know what works for you, so please continue to make those strides, because spirit wants you to heal. And in order to heal, you guys need to chill. You need to relax and let go of these things. If you're a perfectionist, if you're someone that's really picky, look at yourself and say, do I really need to be this picky? Is there room to just allow things to happen and allow things to be? Does everything need to happen to specificity? To that specificity that you have, that you're just like, no, it has to happen in this exact way, in this order, or I'm not going to be happy. What should matter is the end result. How you or someone else get there, it shouldn't matter as long as you get to the end result. So try to check yourself. If you see you're being extra picky, good morning, Dory. If you're find that you're being really picky or judgy or any combination of things, just check yourself and be like, is this necessary? Do I really need to be this aggressive? Do I really need to be this hostile? Do I really need to be this defensive? And, and being realistic with yourself and asking yourself these questions, you'd probably be like, no, I really don't need to be doing any of these things. It's okay. It's sometimes you have to put all these walls down so that way you can move forward and make progress, because if you're going to stay behind the walls, where are you going to go? There's nowhere to move because you're not allowing anyone in to help you. So please allow the walls to start coming down and allow yourself to start trusting people. Don't go full blown and, hey, here's a random person, I'm going to trust them with my life savings. Don't do that. But allow for conversations, allow for friendships to build, allow for relationships to form. You can't do everything out of fear. So appreciate the solitude as time out for you, for your body to heal, for your mind to rest and recuperate. Okay? But Jesus, Spirit wants you guys to just appreciate the wonder and awe of life, of existence, of every living thing that you come across. Take a walk. Like, sometimes I find myself, if I'm in nature and I'm just walking, like, I'll stop and I'll look at all the different insects and their different colors and features and all the little things that they're doing and running around and scurrying, and that's their life. That's how they live. But it's a beautiful thing because it's like a whole nother world in there. So take a moment and try to appreciate the beauty that is here that we take for granted on a regular basis, because that attitude will keep you in the flow, will keep you in a joyous, grateful vibration where everything will begin to flow to you naturally, okay? Spirit is trying to work miracles in your life, and that's really what's happening. I pulled so many cards. So you have to allow these things to happen and stop being so picky in how or when or who it's going to be with. Just allow it to unfold, because it's going to be, like Spirit is literally saying, it's going to be an adventure. Like, surrender to playing. Allow yourself to be childlike again. Go have fun. Go hang out. Go do stuff you haven't done in 20 years. Go roller skating. I can't roller skate. I rollerblade, but I can't roller skate for shit. But do those things, because then that's when you're truly free. You're like, oh my God, I haven't done this since I was a kid, and it brings back awesome memories, and you're just having fun and you're laughing. Do that, because it helps you to rejuvenate. It helps you to feel young. It helps you to feel good. And it allows Spirit to move in the way it needs to move and bring you the miracles that they're trying to bring you, and the blessings, because they're coming. There's a lot of change that is coming, and it's going to be for the best, okay? It's going to be for your highest good. And in doing all of these things, it will bring domestic harmony. It'll bring relationships back into alignment. It'll bring things back into peace. And understand, sometimes it's necessary to be the bigger person in the situation. Because if you're both standoffish, or if you're both upset, I've never ice skated a day in my life. I've always wanted to, but I've never gone. I'm a little bit jealous. So if you find that you are a person that's kind of on the defense a lot, and the other person may be defensive too, but if you look at it, even in the game of basketball, both people can't play defense. One plays offense and one plays defense. So you have to kind of slide between the two and see what's going to work best. So when you do this, say if it's a relationship or a situation where maybe you guys had an argument, maybe things didn't end up so good, one of you have to take the initiative. Really? I'm going to have to try it this winter, Dory. I'm going to have to work it out. Take the initiative, put the effort in, and just say, you know what? I don't really want to lose this relationship, or I don't really want to be arguing or fighting anymore. So let me make peace. And it's not so much make peace because you were wrong or they were right or any combination. It's just, let me do it because I want that peace. I want the relationship. The relationship is more to me than my ego, than any grudge that I'm holding on to. So Try to look at things like that and understand, okay, when you come at things in a playful, joyous manner, everything will fall into place and harmony will be restored in your relationships. But you have to allow these things to occur and understand you are perfect as you are right now. You know, you are beautiful, you are perfect, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. So please learn from your mistakes and rise above. Just rise above, you know. Don't keep doing the same things and expecting a different result. You know, if you gravitate towards anger, try to use calm and peace. You know, if you find that you just don't say a lot of nice shit sometimes, try to choose kinder words and just try the opposite of what you normally do if it's not a good habit. And that'll help you, because Spirit is seriously trying to bless you, but it feels like some of you are just so down. And it's hard, you know, it's hard to get blessings when you're feeling crappy about yourself, and you know, the holidays come in, weather's changing, and seasonal depression kicks in. Exactly, it's better to be happy than right. But a lot of people don't look at it that way, because the ego is like, no, I need to be right, and I need to win this, and I need to win that. But ultimately, you're defeating yourself, because nobody wins. You're not talking. You're both hurt or sad or upset, and nothing's getting resolved, and you're just separate. And then heaven forbid something happens and you never see that person again. Then it's a regret you live with for the rest of your life. Like, you know, don't do it to yourself. Just don't. So please take care of you, work on healing yourself, and give yourself time to rest, and definitely just have fun. Just have fucking fun. Live like you're a little child. Yeah, no, I think I learned that when I was like 15. Like, I remember, because I was an angry ass teenager. And then at some point I was just like, there's no point, because whatever it is I'm upset about, it wouldn't matter. If that person died today, whatever's pissing me off is going to be completely irrelevant. So I look at it on that spectrum. Now, there's some things that, hands down, no, I don't give a fuck. It ain't passing. But for the most part, it's going to be whatever, you know? So you just allow yourself to step out of that ego space, because that's what keeps you bound and keeps you reacting the way you react and making the same fear-based decisions. You know, you have to practice self-control, and that is something that's very difficult, because you have to control your mind, you have to control your emotions, you have to control your physical actions. So you have to learn how to allow these things to pass. Like the weather, it comes and it changes every day. It's nice, it's fucking raining, it's cold, sometimes all of them in one day, you know? Maybe Mother Nature's going through some shit. But it's the same with us, you know? We're happy, we're sad, we're angry, we go through all of these emotions. So why get stuck in one specific emotion, especially if it's not a happy emotion? You know, allow it to pass. The weather changes. Allow the emotions to change. Allow you feel them and allow them to pass. Okay, so please just have fun. Spirit wants you to have fun. So go out and party. Go chill. Go do whatever it is you want to do. But definitely be childlike right now and just enjoy it. Okay? Please. Ego is not beneficial to any situation ever. None that I have come across yet. So if you're trying to get back to domestic harmony, you need to release your ego and learn from your past mistakes, okay? Understand that no one's perfect. Everyone fucks up. Everyone does shit they're not proud of. And just try to do better. That's the only thing you can be better than who you were yesterday. That's the best thing you can do right now, okay? So no need to entertain drama. Just be like, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I'm going to go hang out. Like, put these headphones on. It'll make you feel better. But I hope you guys enjoyed the message and it resonates with you. And you guys have an awesome weekend. You're welcome, Dory. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye, guys.